Hey family, hey family, this is Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Now, for a lot of y'all that might not know, just look at the couch, right? Like if you're going to talk with a therapist, psychiatrist, something like that. Well, I'm gonna say therapist, and you're on the couch and you seeking help. This is what the Couch Talk Show is all about. I try to open up the door where you can come in and you can talk about like life, trauma, issues, whatever, to give you a safe place. You know, you can touch on it a little bit, right? And then if I got some experience where I can guide you and tell you what I did or how I was able to work up out of that situation, that's what I do. That's what I do. What's up, Uncle Adam? So if this is what you want, this what we do. It's basically, you'll hear me say it all the time. My 12-step spiritual program. It's an inside out thing. I just don't do that with adults. I work with our youth as well. That's why I started the Be More's Real Teen Talk Show, giving our youth a voice. But what I realized in that process of me saying giving our youth a voice, the parents is actually a voice for the youth. As far as when they talk to you, you got to listen and not judge them. They might come harsh because they hurt, they pained up. And it's going to appear, yep, like they totally disrespecting you. Right? So, the reason why I did a lot of this, family, I remember when I was younger and doing what I was doing, and my mother asked me, Steve, what is wrong with you? Because back then I was, doing the little, all that right, doing that right. And I remember my mother asking me, Steve, what is wrong with you? I didn't know what to say because I didn't know. I just knew I was sedating my feelings for whatever. That's why I started the Couch Talk Show, family. That's why I started the Be More's Real Teen Talk Show, so that we can address those issues here. It's like you being in that therapy office, but you're on the couch. You get it? And what I be trying to do too, and I'm going to send this out, I be trying to get professionals to come up. So when you hear somebody talking about certain issues, I need you to work with them to the best of your abilities according to your knowledge. I already know they basically psychological issues. It could be depression, it could be PTSD, it could be other stuff, right? Because I got to watch it for TikTok's sake. But the goal is to address those issues that went on in people's lives when they was younger. And they just stuffed it. They stuffed it. They stuffed it. They stuffed it. They stuffed it. And mind you, I'm talking about Steve Copeland. Until I was 30 years old. And when I yelled out, God, please help me, that new way of life began. 33 years of leaving that stuff alone. 33 years from living that destructive lifestyle. You get me? 33 years from living that lifestyle. I don't come on TikTok and you know, start a bunch of chaos and confusion, and people already hurt. You get me? They hurt and they need to get some stuff out. That's called that pressure relief. So when I come on TikTok, I can only share where you know where I've been and where I'm at today. Somebody said they wanted to debate me the other day. I said, no, you don't. You don't want to debate me about my story. That's my story. And 9 times out of 10, if I tell you something, I'm talking about stuff that happened in the past, not now, and how I'm able to cope with it. So don't take my behaviors from over 12 years ago, right, and try to think you can fix it, or try to tell me, oh, you was wrong for this, you was wrong for that. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do it. Not with me. Because I take a 10-step inventory. What's up, OG? I take a 10-step inventory. I don't have no problem when I say my 12-step spiritual program. I have no problem going inside of myself, taking a deeper look at why I act the way I act, or I, did certain things. And the only thing we want to do, OG down there, we want to teach other people how to overcome. But I'm going to tell y'all something, and it's not being smart, because everything happens for a reason. When you full of pain, when you full of chaos, when you full of confusion, when you're full of trauma, what we tend to do, we will go on platforms that we can, tear each other apart. Just like somebody was saying, they was talking about like men, right? You got men bashing women. You got women bashing men. And then want to say all men this, all men that. Do you realize how you sound when you say that? All men this. You slept with all men? Do you realize it when you say it? Because you putting all men in a category like you've been with all men. Now, I done slept with a lot of women. I done slept with a lot of women. I can own up to my stuff. And I'm still a responsible, productive man. Because I was taught coming up, no matter what you did in the streets, like having somebody on the side, right? You make sure you take care of home. That's the stuff I grew up on. Poor information. That's what I call it. Poor misinformation. It's a poor rat that had one hole to run in and out of. Little stuff like that. So I had a woman here, woman there, woman here, woman there. So when I hear a lot of people talk, right? What's up, Lord Steve? When I hear a lot of people talk, right? Our younger generation, I be like, I'm a retired. I be saying it to be smart, right? I'm a retired sugar daddy. And I be saying it to be smart, family. You get me? I don't live that life no more. I don't live that life. And I thank God just for the day. I don't live that life. I'm telling you. Like I said, I thank God just for today. I don't live that life. That's why when I come on, family, I come on to encourage, to empower, to motivate. Yeah, Deshaun, I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. And thanks, Queen. My goal is teaching people, right, that you don't have to. If you stuck in a certain way, right, certain area of your life, right, you can change. But you got to be willing to do the work to change. I know some people don't like when you use that word addiction. What's up, Norm? I know some people don't like when you use that word addiction. I love it. I love it. When I say I'm a recovering addict, I'm talking about recovering from a lot of mayhem. You get me? A day at a time. So I hear some people be like, you shouldn't speak like that. Don't tell me don't speak like that. I've been living on this road for 33 years. I'm not the one you want to tell it. And not only that, don't let me get into the spiritual side of things. Don't let me go there. So see, a lot of people will run off at their mouth, right? But they don't really understand what addiction is. It's an obsessive and compulsive behavior. You get it? It starts here with the thoughts. It starts here. And if you're the type of person that tends to take things overboard, because you got to be honest with yourself. That's why we say one is too many and 1,000 is never enough. Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing, just being me, bro. It's being Big Mouth Steve. Just being Big Mouth Steve, no. And see, what I try to do, Norm, because by me sponsoring men, listen to what I'm saying, and women throughout the years, I sponsored a lot of men and women. I didn't know, or I didn't realize, because of the housing program, we still help people put their lives together. It's the same process with them. Like pray, go to a meeting, don't pick up. But see, this might be a different process here because the whole goal is to get you to change your negative thinking. If you find yourself, right, like you the type of person, you make pretty good money, but you find yourself irresponsible with budgeting your money. And as a result of that, you became homeless. You might have lost your job and spent all the money that you had to maintain your household. Then you become homeless. Then you got people who mothers and fathers put them out because of the way they treat them, disrespecting their parents. So they're out on the streets. You get me? So that's why we developed the program and helping people turn their lives around. But you the one, the individual got to do the work. We can't do it for you. So anybody that comes into the housing program, or if I send you somewhere else, I'm going to tell you the necessary things you need to do. Because they only renting bed space. That's all it is. That's why it's temporary to permanent housing. We only renting bed space. But the goal with all of that is to help you turn this around. To become a more, I don't like kind of dragging us, but I'm gonna just say when you got that street mentality, that ghetto hood way of things, but I'm just trying to stay away from saying it because it's not to belittle no one, but when you have that unconservative lifestyle, like I don't give a freak. The goal is to help you gain some courage, some confidence, to help you to live a more conservative way of life. Look the word up if you don't know what it means. Look it up. The goal is to teach you. That's why when you sign up for the program, right? We got professionals, licensed professionals that can help you. like your PRP. A lot of y'all, if you don't know what your PRP is, that's like a counselor who helps you put your life together. They come out once a week. They talk with you. You don't know how to make market. They'll show you how to make market. You don't know how to wash clothes. They will show you how to wash clothes. You don't know how to budget your money. We will get you in those type of classes. Pay your rent on time every month. It's supposed to be paid on the 1st of every month. But then after the 5th, you know it's late. You don't want to get too many late ones on you because it goes to show them that you're not responsible in a way, even though you paid it, but it just went late. Now, if it happened now and then, that's a different thing. Somebody told me that was in the housing program, Tashawn, they didn't get their money on the 1st. And they felt like when they gave it on the 15th, as long as I gave it to you, that's all that mattered for the month. I said, that's not how it works. Because number one, you're not going to be here for the rest of your life. The goal is to prepare you to go back out and live a more productive way of life. The goal is, once you finish the program, is to take care or maintain whomever property that you're on. Because you got so many people that rent properties and they will destroy it. Because it's not, well, I don't know, because they'll destroy their own. But if you wasn't taught how to maintain it, you'll destroy it. So I'm just saying that, right? Because that's what strengthening a community is all about. That's when I talk about our spiritual growth, right? It's maturity. I'm talking about being mature. It's about being, I got you, Tashawn. Noam. It's about being mature. Teaching you all over again how to be responsible. Norm said people do what they want to do, what they want, and that's so true. But now, Norm, you know, anytime somebody get with us, right, the goal is to change that old ways of thinking. And if you come and you get to that point, because as soon as they come, it's like, oh, thank you. You such a God-fearing man. You this, you that, you this. About 2-3 months later, I'm a no good son of a sea biscuit. Because they get to the point, Norm, they don't want to continue doing the necessary work to move forward. I done seen it so many times. I said, I was waiting for you to switch up. Some of them normally do it like Norm in 2 to 3 months, right? When they do it like a week later, I'm like, that's too damn early. You knew before you came in here, right, Tashawn? You knew that you had to do the work to turn your life around. We only providing the services. That's why when y'all hear me talk about my 12-step spiritual program, I had to get myself right in here. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I had to move away from that destructive lifestyle. So when y'all hear me say stuff like, I have 19 years of, I'm trying to watch my words for TikTok's sake. I'm going to say substance. Is it okay, TikTok? Abuse. I have it, right? But I got 33 years of being clean in that area too. So you can't tell me I got more clean time than I had using time. So you cannot tell somebody like me that people can't change or people, you know, stuff like that. I said, yes, they can, but they got to want it. Like Norm said. Thank you, Deborah. Yeah, look, they took the tip of the toe. So over here, I got 4 now, and they took this part. So I had to clean it up today. I had to change it out. It looks good. Looks good. It's sold up and everything. It looks good. See, my whole thing with that, Deborah, Y'all know what I do, right, family? I don't want to lose no feet. I don't want to lose no legs. You get me, Deborah and family? So they took that part, and I'm like, I'm still standing to fight the fight that we fight. You get me? And even if, and I told myself this, family, I pray to God it don't get to that point where I would actually lose other limbs like that, like coming up the legs. That's why I got to be real careful. Because I said, Norm, if I got to be in a wheelchair with Norm pushing me, yeah, you mother blicker blue. Look, with Deborah right there, yeah, Steve. But I ain't even gonna mess with you, Tashawn, because I know you got my back. But look, I just don't want to give up, family. I can't be out there like I used to, because of the stuff that happened to me some years ago. So I have to do stuff behind the scene. And it's not to say that I won't step out from time to time. But because of what happened to me 3 years ago, I got to watch my back. I got to watch my back. Same things happen with people like Martin Luther King, what's his name, Malcolm X. When you become a fighter for your people, you become a target. And I realized that. And I thank God. I thank God. So I tell people like Shorty, be careful. I tell people like Kenny, be careful. They took all yours, Norm. Yeah, because I got 3 on my right feet, right? I got 3, and I got 4 on this side, right? So now, Norm, this is what I say. I got 7.5 toes, so I'm still standing. See, when you can joke about yourself like that, 7.5 toes, and I'm still standing. And I truly thank God, y'all, because I can go into a state of self-pity, Norm, walloping and all that type of stuff. Why me? Why I gotta go through it? Why I gotta go through that? I can do that, family. But I thank God just for the day. I choose not to let that, bring me down. And it feels good to be back home, right? When I came home, you said, yeah, on your left foot. Okay. Look, when I came home, I ended up jumping on my live later. And my kids was like, there you go. Come on. That's what daddy do. Y'all know what I do. God dang it. They act like they don't really understand, Norm. A lot of us that come from the street, Norm, we only want the best for others. Now that we're not living a certain lifestyle, we only want the best for others. But you got to do the work, people. We will provide the services. You have to do the work to make the changes in your life. I'm telling you. And I'm looking at my 12-step spiritual program. When they used to say, pray, go to a meeting, sit on the front row, take the cotton out your ears, put it in your mouth. If we want to know where to use that, if we want to know how to use, we'll ask you. And I wanted to raise my hand and tell them where it was at. They was like, hey, you better put your hand down. Because that's all the information I had back then. They kept repeating stuff after you, to you. Like pray, go to a meeting, don't pick up, change people, places, and things. The more they would say stuff to you, it might not sunk in the first few times or a month or two. I'm just saying. That's why we repeat it over and over and over and over and over. We repeat it because it has to sink in. Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to them. I got it. I got it, to Sean. I got it. I got it. Because I look at the stuff they doing, but I hope he's really serious about it. Because some people tend to talk great. See, people want to check your credit scores to make sure you pay your stuff on time. Because if they let you in and you decide you don't want to pay on time, they're going to put you out. You can go in there squawking all you want. People don't know there's other ways and means to get you out of the house without going through downtown. I looked all that up. And I call myself making copies to show to the police. There's other ways, even if they get mail. They was taught a certain way. But if you read further down, it will tell you how you can actually get them out. See, Norm? See what I'm saying? There's other ways of getting them out. If you got your own security team, there's other ways of getting them out. And they weighing over 300 pounds. You got about 5 or 6 of them. You gonna try to with them? See, when I started doing my research on a lot of stuff, even though we can give you, let me say, a 30-day, normally 60, eviction notice. 30 days. Y'all don't know that, do you? 2 weeks. Y'all don't know that, do you? 7 days. Oh, you know good and goddamn going well, Tashawn. Once we back up and running, I'm coming for you and Norm. Y'all already know that. Out of everything I went through, Norm and you had my back no matter what, and Phyllis and all that. So you think I'm not going to sit up here? The people that I thought had my back was playing around my back, but y'all stood firm with me through everything we went through. So it's coming. I already know that. And I still send people to Coco. I still send people to Kevin. I still send people to other people that has bid space. But number one, I gotta let them know your money gotta be right. If your money ain't right, a lot of them not gonna work with you because they got bills to pay on that place too. Unless they get government funding, then they can bring you in. But if they don't get government funding, you got to pay your way. So now, and I'm gonna mention his name, Alan Stern, the Jewish guy, was working with me because we teach people how to maintain the property. We teach people how to be responsible and stuff like that. That's what people like that want. I know, Tashawn, I watch it, Tashawn, because I know I'm handsome. You almost scared me right there. You got my back, front, side. Watch it, Tashawn. I might need you to change my pamper one day. Watch it. You know I'm gonna mess with you, Tashawn. But look, Mr. Stern, that was his job in working with me, and not just him. It's other property managers and stuff like that that want people in the houses but maintain them, like keep them clean and stuff, Norm. So they knew we was preparing them to go back out and be responsible and take care of their stuff. So that's why when people call Sean and Norm, I will ask them if they say they can afford like 1,400, blah, blah, blah. I'll let them know. You got the 1,400. You got the 1,400 security deposit. So that's 2,800. Now, I don't want them, and it all depends on your credit, your background check. They might add another 1,400 to it. So the goal was for them not to charge you double security. That's what I asked them not to do. But now keep in mind, Mr. Stern he got a contract with the city. So he had vouchers, not just Section 8 vouchers, low income vouchers. But if he can get you to pay for the place, he'd rather for you to pay for it straight out than to put you in the program. See, I didn't know he was going to do that. And I had said something to him, right? And he told me this. He told me this to Sean and Norm. He said it's business. And I'm like, you right. You right. So when he said that, it's all about the money. And I understood and I couldn't get mad. That's why I try to tell people, when you call me, if you can afford to pay for your bed space, my goal is to put you into something around that amount. I know, Norm. I know that's backwards. But see, that's what people, business. You get it, Norm? Business. And I had to realize that. I'm like, you mother. Their whole goal, even with the Frederick Douglass apartment complex. Yeah, Tashawn. Look, even with the Frederick Douglass complex, I was talking with them, trying to get that back in, putting them in there temporarily till they get themselves together, then they can get a permanent place there. They wanted people to pay regular money. I said, they don't have it. You got people that get Section 8. I mean, you got people that's on SSI. You got people that's on SSDI. And if for one bedroom, it's $1,000, they can't pay that straight out. So they would have to go on like a low income place where they pay according to their income. So this was the issue. I didn't say no more about it to Sean, but this was the issue I was having with the Frederick Douglass apartment complex. I'm like, come on. But once again, it's business. They just want to make sure. It's get ready to go black, family. It's get ready to go dark. My screen over here went, what I tell y'all? All right, I'm going to have to end this because I told y'all it was getting ready to go dark. Love y'all, family. I got to go ahead and end this live right here. This one right here.